正常来说，大选年没有一位正常的候选人会想要提起税这一档事，但2020显然不是正常的大选年。事实上，不管从任何角度看，2020都是非常不正常的一年。因此，当拜登在距离投票日倒数100多天，端出一本厚达上百页政见纲领时，字里行间不仅赫然减税，侃侃而谈租税正义，甚至这位明年很有可能入主白宫的参选人政见里，还甘冒大不讳喊出了加税这个古今中外政客避之唯恐不及的禁忌字眼。
And it's time corporate America paid their fair share of taxes. We thought in our administration we should lower the tax from the high 30s to 28%, then lower it to 21. I'm going to raise it back up to 28. Provide hundreds of billions of dollars to invest in the growth of this country. And the days of Amazon paying nothing in federal income tax will be over.
You rolled out earlier today the third pillar of your economic plan. It's a plan that helps to fund caregivers at a number of different levels here. These three different pillars are pretty expensive, and they sound like great plans, but they also cost a lot of money. Are you concerned about just the effect on our deficit and our debt and rolling up even more of that that's ultimately going to be paid for by future generations?
No, I pay for these. For example, I think that capital gains should be taxed at the same rate as normal property, that normal income. That would raise $1.3 trillion over 10. I changed the corporate tax rate. It was 36. It's now 21. I'd raise it back to 28, which we pushed for 8 years. That would raise $730 billion over 10. I'd add stepped up basis. That's $440 billion. I'd make sure every corporation has a minimum tax of at least 15%. Amazon's making billions, doesn't pay a cent. That's $400 billion. And by the way, I don't have, as the president did, a $1.4 billion giveaway to the top 1% of the economy, which even the Heritage Foundation and other conservative think tanks said has not generated the kind of economic growth we need.
取消川普的减税政策，提高金字塔顶层的最高税率，资本利得视同一般收入课税，同时在一口气补上成本垫高等有利于富人资产转移的遗产税与赠与税漏洞。拜登的税改项目列出来洋洋洒洒，内容却颇有似曾相识之感。这是因为这份涵盖气候环保、社会政策、振兴经济和税制改革的政策大纲，正是拜登与昔日初选对手桑德斯在选后携手合作，各自指派核心幕僚成立的联合任务小组所草拟出来的民主党准执政方针。尽管相较于桑德斯的激进极左财富重分配主张，拜登的税改内容已经稀释了许多，但借由加税来提升联邦政府主导地位，实现社会正义和缩小贫富差距等自由派理念，仍旧大方向一致，脉络不变。不难想象，白宫、股市和右派人士对于这份左派施政蓝图的出炉反应激烈，看法两极。
It's a plan that is very radical left, but he said the right things because he's copying what I've done. But the difference is he can't do it, and he knows he's not doing that. Can't be the same because he's raising taxes way too much. He's raising everybody's taxes. He's also putting tremendous amounts of regulations back on.
When yesterday, Joe Biden, the Democrats' presumptive presidential nominee, released the first of several proposals that would supposedly boost the economy in the wake of the COVID-19 crisis. This plan and other schemes to come, especially for more government-controlled health care, will cost trillions of dollars and mean higher taxes. As outlined by Biden, this first part of his huge spending programs will come to $700 billion. This particular package, with its Buy American theme, now where did that idea come from, involves the federal government buying more American-made products and services and more money for research and development. There are also a slew of new regulations. So how does Biden propose to pay for this particular plan that he just discussed? Answer: raising taxes on businesses and on the rich. What he doesn't say is that experience shows repeatedly that such higher levies will end up hurting the kind of private sector investment that makes possible real economic growth and better personal incomes.
税是两面刃，一方面它支撑了政府运作，收了多少钱，政府才能做多少事；但另一方面，税也剥夺了利润，让资本家和企业主少了投资诱因。美国的税率在2次大战期间和战后攀上高峰，个人所得和企业最高税率一度高达90%和50%。但在80年代，共和党的雷根上台之后，新自由主义要升为政坛显学，减税成为了两党共识。华府和产业人士的共同默契是对企业和企业主征的税越低越好，能少就少，因为企业赚钱就能替员工加薪，投入研发，创造更多工作机会，打造出劳资产官雨露均沾的共赢局面。但2008年一场金融风暴推翻了全球化过度松绑的美好表象，薪资停滞的千禧世代目睹纾困金不断流向大银行，社会两极差距却日益扩大，开始集体发出怒吼，矛头对准了市场经济下既得利益者、富人和企业。而剑拔正是被过去执政者奉为圭臬、捧在手心的低税政策和一干科技龙头。
Amazon, the second biggest employer in America, behind only Walmart. Not only has Amazon elevated Jeff Bezos to the top of the world's richest people list, it is also one of the most notorious tax avoiders in American history.
Well, last year, Amazon, the company, made $11 billion in profit. That's 1/3 of the GDP of the entire state of Vermont. It's a ton of money. But remarkably, Amazon did not pay a single dime of federal income tax. And they're not alone. Dozens of profitable corporations paid nothing in federal income taxes this year. Delta Airlines, Chevron, GM, more. Some of them are even getting tax rebates they can apply later.
The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act is passed.
We've got a corporate tax rate, but as you know, the thing has just been lobbied to death. It's full of loopholes and breaks and special deals so that a company like Amazon that makes $10 billion in profits can walk away paying nothing in taxes. That's just not fair.
So I'm a tax lawyer, and I drafted tax rules for Congress for 6 years. Multinationals have a very strong presence on the Hill. When I was there, we would meet every week with companies and their lobbyists. And I think the interest is disproportionate. I mean, every American, including every American company, has a right to petition Congress and to share their concerns with Congress. The trouble is sometimes those with the most resources have the loudest voice.
Warren has talked about trying to break up Amazon, a company that so many Americans have become so reliant on and have provided essential services during this pandemic. Would you seek to break that company up?
I think Amazon should start paying their taxes. Okay? I don't think any company, I don't give a damn how big they are, the Lord Almighty should absolutely be in a position where they pay no tax and make billions and billions and billions of dollars, number one.
当温和派的中道共主拜登和保守派的传声筒福斯电台都不约而同把炮口对准科技时代的美国企业标杆亚马逊，即便再顽固的市场人士，恐怕都不得不承认，高唱企业为王，主张政府是为企业服务，低税率、低监管的雷根经济学已经逐渐失灵。但接下来取而代之的新经济雏形和新租税政策，又该以何种样貌来满足新时代的期望？在一场瘟疫之后和一场大选之前，一切仍处于各方拉锯的酝酿潜伏期。